dominance, if you've ever wanted to get into the mind of a subtype to understand the submissive experience better, this is your chance, because today I'm starting a new series that will give you radical insight into what submissives really want from their dominants, so you can show up in your dynamic with an unprecedented level of authority and effectiveness. The stereotype of the aggressive, dismissive, controlling sex god in a suit as the ultimate dominant did not just begin with Christian Grey. In addition to the inaccurate and toxic training of porn, there has been a history of poorly crafted entertainment, either outrightly portraying or covertly laced with eroticized abuse, but placed in the kink genre and therefore labeled as BDSM. Like 50 Shades of Grey, 365 Days, and many others of the like. But what's the real deal here? Are Christian and Massimo the erotic standard for domination? Or have these roles been so misinterpreted that they fail to accurately portray the yearnings within a submissive's heart? That's precisely the question this series endeavors to answer, with some incredible insights from my amazing community. In preparation for this series, I asked my community, what does a good dominant mean to you? And they shared some absolutely beautiful thoughts, such as they communicate well, they are patient, and they generally care about a submissive. Don't damage the property. A huge bit in understanding BDSM is that yes, we do things that might cause pain to people, but we don't damage them. And that distinction is massively important. A good dominant has to have self-awareness, self-control, be honest, communicate well, have the ability to laugh at themselves when needed, have and respect boundaries, be caring, be a place of safety, and be completely trusted. Let's face it, the things some of us enjoy doing can have dire consequences, and we have to be able to trust our partners to keep us as safe as possible, and they have to be able to trust us to let them know when something's not right. A good dominant cares for those under their authority, leads them with compassion, and helps them develop by upholding agreed upon standards. A good dominant to me respects my boundaries but pushes my limits. They respect me as a person who cares for me and encourages me to take care of what I have given them. A good dominant is also open and transparent in communication, a bit secretive before sessions, but open and transparent most of the time. A good dominant can manage themselves. They respect their submissive and make choices that are best for them and their dynamic, creating a safe place for their submissive to submit to them freely. This creates an environment for open communication, trust, honesty, and respect. So beautiful, right? Next week, we'll start breaking down the most common answers I received from my community about what submissives really want from their dominants. So over the next 6 weeks, you'll discover what subtypes are most commonly looking for out of a power exchange dynamic. Instead of the angry and aggressive dominant, what do they want? Instead of the sex-crazed dominant, what do they crave? Instead of the controlling dominant, what are submissives looking for? Instead of the dismissive dominant, what do subtypes seek? Instead of the narcissistic powerhouse type dominant, what do they find attractive? So be sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on so you won't miss any part of this series. And I look forward to seeing you next week for more of this powerful content.